Hi guys, in this video we're going to take a closer look at the card on ceiling project that was originally published in a DVD format, but now you can download it and learn it right away. It was originally published by L&L Publishing, and the concept is pretty intriguing, where you will see a handful of professional working magicians performing this one specific effect and showing you their take, their input and ideas, their own methods of how they're performing these for years successfully. So I think if you want to know anything about this routine, this is a project that you should definitely get. I think this is better for intermediate performers, but it's simple enough to learn even if you're a beginner. I think you want to be comfortable with the management of your audience. It's definitely powerful enough to close your close-up routine. You will see most performers demonstrating this trick in a bar setup. So if you have like that type of performance environment, this will be perfect for that as well. The download itself is 1 hour long, and most of the routines are using regular, shuffled, even borrowed decks of cards. So that's very intriguing. In this project, you will learn different ways of how to stick the card to the ceiling, because there is more than one way, and then you can just pick and choose whichever is your favorite. So the first performer you're going to see is Doc Eason, and he's going to show you his routine in a bar setup. I love his concept of how he gets tips from the audience. He will show you his methodology, why is it working for him, and how you can make tips using this routine specifically. You're also going to talk about which card to use and the props he will use, and when to perform this effect, what he recommends you where to place this routine in your full show.
Oh yeah, right there, yes! There it is again! Oh yes!
The second performer is JC Wagner, and to be honest, I don't really like his approach of taking tips from the audience. I like Doc Eason version better, but that's just my opinion. He also performs in a bar style as well, and of course his handling is different.
2, 3. There's your card. There's your money, right up on top of the ceiling. I don't believe it. Thanks very much, sir, for the donation here so far.
The third performer is Carl Norman, and I really like his ideas. How to make this an interesting and entertaining routine, I think is very sweet, and again his methods are different. He presents this effect on a DVD in a close-up style, but as he mentions, he also performed this effect for years in clubs.
Look up.
Michael Omar will show you his own take on this routine, and I have to tell you, when we were working together in China and he did a lecture, I was sitting in a front row and he presented this effect. And I'm from Hungary, so I have never seen this effect when I was growing up of magician performing it. So when I saw Michael Omar in China, it was the first time for me, and it absolutely blew my mind. And not just that, the people went wild. I mean, it was a high ceiling, it was very unexpected. The way he presented his effect, you didn't know where he's going with it, so it was more intriguing, and just his routine is very clean, straightforward, well thought out. I liked his handling and what he brought to this project very much. He's also going to show you a point of view of the card handling, talk about the type of rubber band he's using, different details about the ceiling, what to do in certain situations, in different circumstances. So you will get a lot from him as well.
If I take that deck locked into its position, I toss it to the ceiling, one card only sticks. Is that your card?
And the last performer is Scotty York. And again, to be honest with you, I didn't really care for his performance or the way he was talking to his audience or even talking to women. But I have to tell you, his method he does it with a preset way, and his method is brilliant as well. So regardless of which way you go, which directions you would take, it's really up to you.
2.
Scotty! No! Oh my God!
What do you say?
Suzanne and the Silver Fox have done it again!
And they break it up.
Overall, this is a very powerful effect, and I have never considered putting this effect into my repertoire simply because I didn't like that it's not 100%, and I wasn't sure of me being a tiny girl that I can actually throw it with enough force to the ceiling that I can pull this off. And I like to do something, I like to do effects that are close to foolproof or have some type of B plan to make sure that where I'm going is pretty much 100%. But in this project, these people will teach you how to overcome difficulties, how to handle different situations, so you will learn their actual experiences, and it will prep you to overcome certain things so you know what to expect and how to handle it. But also they will teach you different ways of throwing, and it's actually not difficult, not as difficult as I thought, which is quite nice because I think it's a very powerful effect. And when I saw Michael Amar perform it, and oh my God, it was just one of those things that you will always remember. So if you wanted to leave that impact within your audience, then I totally recommend it. Let's look at the yeses. So yes, it's a download, so you can learn it right away. You get a full routine, you get different routines that you can pick and choose from, but of course you want to work out your own way of performing it. You can do it with any language. It is examinable. You can use a borrowed, shuffled card. You do and clean. There's audience participation. There is a great way that you can include your audience into the whole routine. All the performances are demonstrated from the live audience, and there is a little bit of sleight of hand, but it's not difficult at all. And no, there is no do-it-yourself, no gimmicks, no presets, no table needed. The version that Scotty York shows does have do-it-yourself, but you don't need to do any do-it-yourself because there are other methods you can do it where you don't need to have any preset. I wanted to mention Scotty York's performance, his idea how to add the props together to when they stick to the ceiling. It gives a very puzzling, mind-blowing after effect. So I think look at every routine and pick out which are the points that you like the best, which are the little additions that you think you're going to use or add to your own performance style. Scotty York also uses an assistant, or you don't have to. So here I'm saying that if you're a single performer, if you have a partner, there are so many different ways you can execute this awesome trick. So yeah, I think I told you everything about it. I wanted to thank Murphy's for sending me this download so I can do a review for you guys. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you like to support me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys very soon.